Heavy rain, thunderstorms, hail, and high winds rolled into the area early Sunday morning into the late afternoon. Several Arkansas counties were experiencing power outages on May 18th. Local media has received several reports of damage, including downed trees and at least 2 damaged homes, from the early morning round of storms in the River Valley. There was another intense round of storms around 4 p.m. in northwest Arkansas, prompting a high number of outages in Benton and Washington counties. A big portion of residents experiencing outages early Sunday were OG&E customers. In Arkansas, OG&E officials said damage was concentrated in Barling, Clarksville, Fort Smith, and Lavaca from the early morning storms. We expect power to be restored for all customers in the Fort Smith area by late Monday night, unless additional severe weather occurs, OG&E Vice President of Marketing and Communications Christy Woodworth said. The crews have made significant progress today and are continuing to restore power through the night. Woodworth said specific restoration times will be published on their website when they are available. Customers with the Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation, which includes Ozarks Electric Cooperative and Carroll Electric Cooperative, were experiencing the most outages in the latter part of Sunday. Ozarks Electric said the storm took down at least 15 poles, which caused outages for more than 10,000 customers on Sunday. By 10 p.m., Ozarks Electric said there were still around 7,000 customers without power. We hope to have major repairs completed by Monday morning, but complete restoration could continue into Tuesday, Ozarks Electric said. Additional severe weather in the forecast overnight and Monday could also impact restoration. All Ozarks Electric crews are being deployed, and right-of-way contractors are coming in to assist with clearing down trees. Additionally, officials said that residents should assume any downed power line is dangerous. OG&E advises residents to avoid downed power lines and to not drive over them. Team members have already cleared 22 trees from 4 roads and 5 properties in Goshen and Fayetteville tonight. A spokesperson with Sheepdog Impact Assistance, SDIA, said in a statement, "These efforts will continue tomorrow, May 19th, as well." To either assist with cleanup or to request help, Northwest Arkansas residents can call SDIA at 417-812-6035. City of Siloam Springs crews are working to clean up storm damage and restore power across the area, according to a Facebook post. Residents are asked to stay home for their safety and to avoid interfering with recovery efforts. Brashears Road between Lincoln and Country Club Road is closed due to multiple snap power poles and is unsafe for travel. Power is expected to be fully restored within 2 to 3 hours, as of 8:45 p.m. on May 18th. Old Highway 68 is closed on either end due to downed power lines and trees. The only access routes to Old Highway 68 are from Robinson Road off Highway 412 or from Logan Road. Please refer to the Benton County Unincorporated Road closures map to view where the closures are located, a Benton County spokesperson said in a statement. Meanwhile, the Arkansas Storm Team has issued an alert day for Monday in anticipation of the volatile weather system. Although scattered showers may appear earlier in the day, meteorologists warn that the late afternoon and evening hours will be the most active, especially across western, northwestern, and northern Arkansas. Monday evening's system carries the potential for damaging winds, large hail, and a low-end tornado threat, making it crucial for Arkansans to stay weather aware. These risks are particularly elevated in areas north and west of Little Rock, where storm cells are projected to be strongest. By Tuesday morning, the line of storms is expected to move east and weaken, ushering in a welcome pattern of cooler, calmer weather for the rest of the week. At least 28 people have been reported dead across several states in an expansive outbreak of severe weather from the heartland to the East Coast, with more potentially powerful storms in the forecast for Saturday. 19 people were killed in Kentucky, according to an update from Governor Andy Beshear, with 7 people killed in Missouri and 2 in Virginia. Most of the deaths in Kentucky occurred in Laurel County in the southeastern part of the state, about 130 miles southeast of Louisville. Beshear toured the damage in his state Saturday, telling reporters during a news conference afterward, "You can not only see the destruction, you can feel it." Beshear, who declared a state of emergency ahead of the storms, said he's been governor for at least 13 federally declared disasters related to weather, and this storm was one of the worst in terms of loss of life and damage. The ages of those killed in the storms ranged from 25 to 76, with at least 12 of the deaths being people in their 60s and 70s, according to information released by state officials. One of the people who died was identified as Major Roger Leslie Leatherman of the Laurel County Fire Department, who had been in public service for 39 years and died doing what first responders do every day, risking his life for our safety, Beshear said. Some neighborhoods in London, the Laurel County seat, saw total devastation. Homes blown away in the middle of the night, with residents huddling in hallways and basements. On Saturday, with whole blocks of homes gone, residents were left to sift through what remained of their homes. Lonnie Nance, 78, said he was in bed with his wife when his daughters yelled that a tornado was coming. They held onto each other in their hallway as the home crumbled around them. Pieces of his home were scattered all over his yard, and his vehicles were destroyed by debris. Down the street, Kendra Foster was with 13 family members in their basement. She said she believed they were going to die. The youngest child with her was just 4 months old. Her 8-year-old daughter was left with bruises on her face and didn't think she was going to make it through. Foster was in a wheelchair Saturday with a broken foot after being hit by a flying piece of debris. In Missouri, St. Louis was particularly hard hit when a tornado ripped through city neighborhoods Friday afternoon, tearing roofs off homes and knocking buildings down. The National Weather Service said in an update Saturday that, based on preliminary information, the storm was at least an EF3 tornado, with winds up to 140 miles per hour and up to 1 mile wide at times. "I would describe this as one of the worst storms," St. Louis Mayor Cara Spencer said at a news conference Saturday. "Absolutely. The devastation is truly heartbreaking, and let's not forget people have lost their lives. We are continuing to make sure that we are identifying all those that are injured, in addition to the massive amount of property damage that has taken a huge toll." 5 people in the city were killed and 38 were injured, Spencer said. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said in an X post that she was in touch with the leaders of the states affected by the storms. "We discussed how, while emergency management is best led by local authorities, we reinforced that DHS stands ready to take immediate action to offer resources and support," she said. Over 462,000 customers were without power across multiple states, stretching from Michigan to Tennessee. All told, at least 26 tornadoes were reported from Friday's storms in Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, Illinois, and 1 from New Jersey. Softball-sized hail was reported in Barlow, Kentucky, and near Sullivan, Indiana, with greater than tennis ball-sized hail reported locally from Texas to Ohio. In Virginia, 2 people died after trees fell onto their vehicles during storms there on Friday, authorities said. In total, 15 states have reported storm damage from hail, winds and tornadoes from Missouri up to Michigan and out to New Jersey as severe storms continued tracking through the east-central United States from Arkansas to Virginia. More potentially severe weather was in the forecast Saturday. A severe weather threat targeting the center of the country was beginning to unfold Saturday evening, first focusing on the southern plains. A tornado watch was issued for portions of Oklahoma and Texas until 10 p.m. Central Time, including Oklahoma City and Wichita Falls, Texas. Damaging wind gusts, large hail, and a couple of tornadoes are possible from any severe thunderstorms that move through. To the south, severe thunderstorm watches have been posted across portions of central into North Texas, including the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. In these areas, the tornado threat is lower, with damaging wind gusts and the potential for very large hail the primary concerns. Thunderstorms are beginning to fire up and are expected to sweep across the watch areas into Saturday night. Strong thunderstorms continued across portions of the South early Saturday morning, stretching from Arkansas to the Carolinas. Quarter-size hail, as well as downed trees and roof damage, have already been reported with these storms. For the Northeast, the highest threat was centered over portions of upstate New York, western Massachusetts, most of Vermont and western New Hampshire, including Burlington, Vermont, Springfield, Massachusetts, and Albany, New York, with the primary risks being damaging winds and large hail and a few isolated tornadoes also possible. For the south-central plains, the highest threat was centered over portions of central Texas that includes Dallas and Arlington, Texas. A larger but lesser threat also exists for other areas of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and includes Oklahoma City, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Wichita, Kansas.
This is crazy.